Good morning. This is Yoshinobu Matsuzaki from IIJ. I will show the analysis about the recent attack against the root servers. And there are many reports about this attack, but my point is, was there any effect for end users? And we are using Nominum CNS for its DNS cache server. And we put a monitor beside the DNS cache server. And this monitor server gathering the data. And I analyzed the response delays and response loss. This is an overview of response delays to end users. Generally, it looks stable during the attack. And this is the mean of the response delay and the median of response delay. And here we can see a little bit additional delay. So I analyzed more. I picked up .uk query because .uk domain is not so famous in Japan, and the result, these are very stable, so there's no effect on .uk query. And the next, I picked up .org query. I found there's some delays here around 10 o'clock UTC, so during the attack. Next, I picked up FOA query because FOA is a typical query that only root server can respond NX domain. So I think we can estimate the root server performance by checking the delay of FOA queries. The red point indicates the response delay for end users. So it looks very stable during the attack. And next, I picked up .uk query, and this looks stable as well. And .org again. We can see the blue line. This indicates response loss on the .org GTLD servers. So this loss caused these delays. And next, I analyzed query per sec for each root servers. This cache server prefer M, F, and I servers. So I check the delays. I heard that M root server was hit DOS, but this Anycast instance looks very stable during the attack. And next, F. This instance also looks very stable. And I. We can see some delays after 10 o'clock, and we also see some response loss during the attack. And in these days, DNS cache server has a capability of server selection. They can choose the better one, and depends on the implementation. So in this case, we are using CNS. So when there is a delay on iRoot server, this cache server uses F instead of I. And iRoot server came back to normal, then the server selection became stable again. And these other servers, root servers delays. We see some delays on B, and delay and loss on G, periodical losses on K, and I'm not sure what's happened on L. It was before. Yeah. And this cache server sends a lot of queries to root servers, but only 0.4% of queries have a valid TLD in its QName field. So the others, most of the queries are A4A. And this is the conclusion. There was an attack against the root DNS server, but we can say the effect to end user is minimal or ignorable, because it seems any cache works fine, because I don't see any delays on M. And application layer restoration works fine. In other words, server selection of DNS cache server works fine. And thanks for the long TTL, cache servers need to send a query to root servers sparsely, except invalid TLD. And we found delays on .org response, so we need further researches about this. That's all. Thanks.